Hello guys, welcome to another video in the series of coding. Today we are going to do another problem which is called permutation swaps. So there's a guy who has some permutation but he doesn't like that permutation. He wants to get another permutation. So he is given some possible swaps which he can do. So we have to find out if we can obtain that permutation or not. Let's try to see an example. Let's say he is given the permutation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? This is the permutation that he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now let's say he wants to make this possible permutation 2, 4, 1, 3, 5, 6. Okay. Can he make it or not? That is our question. Now how do we solve this question? Okay. Is it possible to make this permutation from the given permutation? If it is said that we can only swap 1 2 2 3 and 1 4 positions, okay, so these are the indices, so we can only swap, for example, numbers at the first and second position, or we can swap the numbers at the places 2 and 3, or we can swap the numbers at the places 1 and 4. Only these operations are allowed. Can we or can we not make this permutation from the given permutation? Okay, that is the question. Now how do we find out the answer to it? Okay, let's try to understand one thing. So first of all, which permutations are allowed? 1 2, 1 2 is allowed, 2 3 is allowed, 1 4 is allowed. Okay, now let us try to answer a very simple question. Okay, we are told that we can swap permutations, we can swap numbers at positions 1 and 2, or we can swap numbers at positions 2 and 3, or we can swap numbers at position 1 and 4. Now I am asking you one simple question. Can we or can we not swap numbers at position 1 and 3? Is it possible? So what do I mean by that? Let's say I have 1 2 3. Okay, I am allowed to swap 1 2. Okay, I am allowed to swap 2 3. Can I or can I not swap numbers at 1 and 3? What do I mean? I mean, can I form this possible permutation? Can I form this permutation or not? So swapping the first two numbers will give me this permutation. From 1 to 3, can I form the number 3 to 1 or not? Now what is the condition? Condition is I am only allowed to swap numbers always at positions 1, 2 and positions 2, 3. Is this possible or not? That is the question. Okay, how do we solve this question, right? How do we solve this question? So to try to answer this question, let's just do by trial and error, right? Let's try to see if we can form or not. So this may be simple to notice. Okay, this maybe it is simple to notice. Let me write it again. So from 1 to 3 we have to try to form 2 to 3 to 1, but we are only allowed these two. So let me try to use them, right? So let me do one thing. Let me try to first of all, so I am allowed to swap these two numbers or these two numbers, right? No other numbers. So let me do one thing. Let me swap these two numbers. So I will swap 3 and 2. Now I have 3 and 2 here. Okay, I am allowed to do these swaps, right? I am allowed to swap the numbers at 2 and 3. So that's what I have done. I am also allowed to swap 3 and 1, right? I am also allowed to swap the first two numbers, right? I am also allowed this swap. So I have just swapped the first two numbers. Okay, now I will again do this swap 2 and 3. So I will again swap 2 and 3. So I am getting 3 to 1, right? I am getting 3 to 1, which is what I wanted. So this is telling us a very important thing. Okay, this is telling us very important thing. Whenever numbers are connected, right, it is not given to us that 1 and 3 are allowed. It is not given, but because 1 is connected to 2 and 2 is connected to 3, that means 1 is connected to 3 also. From 1 there is a way to reach 3. Somehow after doing swaps you can swap 1 and 3. Okay, so this is very important point to understand. Let's take one more example. Okay, now let's take another example. So in this graph itself, can we swap 4 and 3? What do we mean by that? Can we swap 4 and 3? How can we swap 4 and 3? What do I mean by that? Let's say I have 1 2 3 4. Okay, which swaps I am allowed? I am allowed only 1 and 2. I am allowed only 2 and 3, and I am allowed to swap only 1 and 4. But my question is, can I change this number 1 2 3 4 to the number, okay, to this number, swapping 4 and 3? Can I change it? Can I change it to 1 2 4 3? Can I change this number to 1 2 4 3? That is my question. It is not explicitly given. Only these numbers are given as inputs, right? It is never explicitly given that I am allowed to swap 3 and 4. This is not given. But does these three tell that we are allowed to swap 3 and 4? Does these three imply that we are allowed to swap 3 and 4? Somehow after some swaps can we reach to this? This is the question. Okay, let's try to see. Can we somehow swap numbers to obtain this? If we are allowed, then that will sort of affirm our claim. Okay, let us see if we are allowed or not. So I have to form this, right? So let me do one thing. let me try to swap these two numbers are what I want to swap, but I'm not explicitly given that I can swap them, so I can simply not swap them, right? Because it's not given. I am only allowed to swap 1 2 2 3 and 1 4. Okay, so the swaps that I mentioned, only that is allowed. So let me see what I can do. So I can swap 1 and 4, right? So let me swap that. So this is 4, this is 1. Okay, so let me write it down for clarity. So I am allowed to swap 1 and 4. So after swapping, this becomes my number. Okay, now I am also allowed to swap. I am also allowed to swap, for example, 2 and 3, right? I am also allowed to swap the numbers at the positions 2 and 3. Okay, I am also allowed to swap that. So let's see. I will swap. I am also allowed to swap these two and these two, right? So I will swap that. So let me swap these two. So it will be 4 3 2 1. Okay, now I am also allowed to swap the first two numbers. So it will be 4. So it will be 3 3 4 2 1, swapping these two. So it will be 3 4 2 1. Okay, now I am also allowed to swap these two numbers 1 and 3. I am also allowed to swap these two numbers, right? So I am swapping them. Now I am also allowed to swap these two numbers, so I am swapping them. So see, I have obtained 1 2 4 3, which I wanted to obtain, and I have just used the swaps which were allowed. I have just used these three swaps which were allowed to me. These were the permitted swaps. I have just used only the permitted swaps, and from that permitted swaps I am able to reach this configuration. What is this configuration? This configuration is swapping 4 and 3, but I was never explicitly given that I can swap 4 and 3, but still I was able to reach. How was I able to reach? Because this is the connection. This is the connection that I have. From 1 I can go to 2. Okay, this is given. From 2 I can go to 3. This is given. From 1 I can go to 4. This is given. So all these are connected. That means from 4 I can go to 3. From 4 I can swap 2 also. From 4 I can swap 1 also. It will take how many swaps, that we don't care, but we will be able to finally reach a swap, right? So after these many swaps, for example, I was able to reach this configuration. It doesn't matter how many times I swapped, but I know I can reach this configuration. So this is the most important part of the question. Okay, so now once we know that once we have connections, we can always swap and we can always obtain that numbers. So now let us try to solve this question. Okay, let me just erase this. Now let's come back to our original question. We had 1 2 3 4 5 6. We wanted to make 2 4 1 3 5 6. These were the swaps that were permitted. Now can you just say by looking, are we allowed to make this permutation or not? We can say, right? Because see, which numbers are interchanged? 1 2 3 4 are only interchanged, right? Only 1 2 3 4 are interchanged. Now 1 2 3 4 are all connected amongst each other, right? 1 2 3 4 are connected. Let me try to see, is there a connection between 1 and 2? Yes, there's a connection. So from 1 I can definitely reach to 2 because they are connected. They are in the same place. Okay. Similarly, from 2 I can reach to 4. There's a connection between 2 and 4, right? After these swaps I can reach to 4. Similarly, from 3 I can reach to 1 because 3 and 4 are connected. 3 and 1 are connected. Okay. Similarly, from 4 I can reach to 3 because 4 and 3 are connected. We just saw that now in the example. Okay. So this is definitely allowed, and 5 and 5 are in the same place, 6 and 6 in the same place. So from this permutation I can reach to this permutation. How did I say it without even doing the swaps? We need not actually do the swaps. We just need to see if they're all connected or not. So this is the beauty of the question. We need not do any swaps to check. We just need to see if they're connected or not. Okay. Let's take more examples to try to understand. Okay? Let us say these swaps are allowed. Okay. Now can we reach this position or not? Can we reach this position? Let's say I am asked whether I can reach 5 2 3 4 1 6. From this permutation, can I reach this permutation? I am given only these swaps. I can never reach, right? Why? Because 5 is never connected. 5 and 6 are separate, right? 5 is not connected. 6 is also not connected. So from 5, how can I ever reach 1? To obtain this permutation, I need to somehow swap 1 and 5. Can I ever do that? I cannot do that because my 5 and 1 are not connected. They are different components. So they are just different components of a graph, means there is no path from 5 to 1 itself. How will I ever be able to reach this from this? So this permutation is clearly never possible. Okay. So that is the question. So now what is the easiest way to find if they are connected or not? The easiest algorithm, the best algorithm is union find, right? Using the disjoint set. So that is what we are going to do. We are going to put all these elements in one set. Okay, so that algorithm is also pretty simple. You are given, you can connect 1 and 2, and you can connect 2 and 3 and 1 and 4, right? So what you are going to do? You are going to find out the numbers at positions 1 and 2, right? Which are the numbers at positions 1 and 2? In our case, it's very simple. I have just considered a 1 based indexing, and also I have considered the numbers to be same as index, so that our example becomes clear. but when we solve the question, we will take all those into consideration. So I'm allowed to swap 1 and 2. Okay, so that means 1 and 2 are part of the same set. Now I'm allowed to swap 2 and 3. 2 and 3 are also part of the same set. I'm allowed to swap 1 and 4. So 1 and 4 are also going to be part of the same set. So all these are part of same set. From any of the elements, we can reach any other element. So if there is a permutation between any of these, all the permutations are possible, right? 2, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a valid permutation. Okay. 3, 1, 4, 2, 5, 6. This is a valid permutation. So from this you can reach this. From this you can reach this. Okay. Similarly, 2, 4, 3, 1, 5, 6. This is also valid permutation, because any permutation of 1, 2, 3, 4 you can reach, because all the 4 are connected in our case. Okay. So this is the beauty of this question. Now let's try to solve the question. So we are going to use the disjoint set data structure to solve this question. So first of all, I am taking the input as the size, and I am declaring the disjoint set vector. I have not implemented union by rank or path compression. You can try to optimize it, but I have implemented a very simple union find algorithm. So now in this case, first of all, what we do in disjoint set, we declare the element as the parent of itself. So that's what I am doing. And now we find, so what we do, first of all, we are making connections, right, between elements. So we go to the element at index number 1. Okay, similarly we go to the element at index number 2 and we connect them, or we put them together in one set. We make these connections, right? So that's what I am doing. So I am going to element 1 and going to element 2, which is element 1. So I am taking the array A and I am going to the element. Now it is 0 based. In our example, to explain, I took it 1 index based, but this is actually 0 based, so you have to give -1 here. So I'm basically going to the element 1. So let me take an example. So here it is given 3 and 4 are connected, right? So this is the third element, but this is the third element, means which is the second index. 0, 1, 2 index starts from 0, right? So I'm going to this element. Similarly, I'm going to the element at index number 4. I'm going to this element. So I'm going to these both elements. There's a connection between them, right? So I'm just making that connection. There's an edge between them. So I'm just making that connection. So I'm going to element 1, going to element 2, finding their parents. If their parents are not same, that means they are in different sets. You have to just put them in one set. So I'm putting them in one set. So the parent of P1 becomes equal to P2. So that is a way to just put them together in one set. Okay. Find parent function is very simple. Find parent is just a 2-line function. If the element is a parent of itself, you have to just return that as the parent. Initially, all elements are parents of itself. Otherwise, you have to keep finding the parent, and once you find the parent, you can return the parent. So you call this recursive function until you find the parent. Okay. So that is a simple algorithm. And now let's do the actual part. So this, up to this, was just making the disjoint set data structure. Now the actual algorithm is this. So whenever we see elements A of I and B of I, if they are same, for example, we can simply go forward, right? For example, in this case, if 1 is same as 1, we need not do anything, we need not check anything, they will anyway be in the same set, right? So we can just go forward. If they are not in the same set, for example, here 3 is different from 4, then we have to check if they are connected through any other route or not. So if they are having the same parent in the disjoint set, they will be connected, otherwise they will not be connected. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to find their parent. If they are having the same parents, there will be some route to connect them, so we can continue in that case. Otherwise, if both of these conditions are not true, right, then we can return 0. There is no way we can connect them. We saw one example when we tried to swap 1 and 5, that was not possible. So that's it, and finally we can return 1. So that is the algorithm. Let's submit and see if it is working. So it's working. That's it. Thank you for being patient and listening.